lose weight in the process. Our trainers, a former 800 meters track Olympian and an 8 times world record holder in Masters Track and Field, will get you there. Don't delay. Sign up today at runningdevelopmentacademy.com or contact us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 to learn more.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome, and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169. A new kind of talk comes to South Orange Maplewood online radio experience in April. Join award-winning journalist and civil rights activist Walter Fields weekly as he discusses being black in South Orange and Maplewood, race, and the suburban experience. Black in the Burbs will examine public education, the treatment of black youths, police and community relations, and black business development and faith. The show will serve as a forum for community dialogue. Join Walter Fields on the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience for Real Talk, coming in April.
Want to take a cruise but don't have a U.S. visa? No problem. Cruise and Rail Travel are experts at cruises that do not require a U.S. visa. Visit www.cruiseandrail.net or call 868-631-8785. Find us on Facebook or drop us a tweet.
Go ahead and advertise on the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience. You can reach us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to assist you. Get into the discussion at 973-327-3626. This is the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience. We want to hear your opinion. You can log on to SoMore.org or give us a call at 973-327-3626. You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience. For more, go to SoMore.org to participate in the discussion.
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream
to take a nation of millions to hold us back. Brown versus poor, open some doors. Back then, they call all blacks Negroes. We kick it off the top, sorta like Cerebro. Separate is an equal when in practice. My school is a shack, mine's is a path. Do I have to sit in the back of the bus? That's whackness. Second class citizen on account of my blackness. They say to change the world, you gotta take a stand. Rosa Parks took a seat, changed the face of the land. Martin had a plan, that even if you wanna change the world, that'd mean you gotta kill another man. Inspired by the people like the Royal Gandhi. A pacifist in the war without an army, cause they can't harm me no matter how the end seems. I wonder if Mr. King is still having dreams.
I have a dream. Let freedom ring. This must become true. So let freedom ring.
MLK had a dream, took it mainstream. Civil rights bill, voting rights acts, they passed. Modern day Jesus, turning the other cheek. Some blacks like, dog, that's weak. I'm not looking to get beat deep in the next week. My everyday life is police brutality. Malcolm picked up X and dropped his slave name. Radical change, defense by any means. When the hearts to Mecca, select God protection. Whites and blacks, yeah, we in this together. There are race riots. People are dying, warfare, watch tear gas, bullets are flying. So JFK, he got assassinated. MLK, he got assassinated. Malcolm X, he got assassinated. So it's up to us to keep that dream alive.
Freedom ring. I have a dream. freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred.
We are back with you. It's in the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maple Online Radio Experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. And remember, you can always submit your SOMO quotes of the day to somo.org@gmail.com, and we read the best quote right here in the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maple Online Radio Experience. And you know, all week and last week, we've been talking about education. And education is so important. And here's our quote, the SOMO quote of the day. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. A great man by the name of Nelson Mandela, he was the one that prescribed that quote. Education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. Let's quickly go over to sports. What's happening in sports? Columbia boys lacrosse team wins 7 in a row. The Columbia High School boys varsity lacrosse teams enjoyed a 7-game winning streak. The Cougars defeated West Orange 14-1 at CHS Ritzter Field. Ryan Malloy had 4 goals and 2 assists. Craig Binder also had 4 goals. Elliot Whalen collected 3 goals, and Dustin Ramos posted 2 goals and 1 assist to lead the Cougars. Brian Denk also had 2 assists, and Tim Gray made 3 saves for Columbia High School. The win streak was snapped with an 8-1 loss to Montclair on Saturday, April the 19th at Underhill Field. John Myers scored for the Cougars, who lost for the first time since the seasonal opener against Madison. Columbia High School moved to a 7-2 record and will host Livingston on April the 28th at Ritzter Field at 4 p.m. So Columbia boys lacrosse team off to an excellent 7-2 start. It's always good to see Columbia lacrosse teams doing excellent things out there. Columbia softball team wins 4 straight games. The Columbia High School varsity softball team defeated Bayonne and Scotch Plains Fanwood to extend its winning streaks to 4 games and improve to a 5-1-1 record. Julia Rigo went 3 for 3 with a double and an RBI, and Kelly Brown and Mackenzie Conlon each drove in a run in the 3-1 win over Bayonne at Meadowlands Park. Taryn Williams tossed a 4-hitter with 1 unearned runs, striking out 3 and walking 1. Peyton Hassler went 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs and scored 2 runs in the 10-2 home win over Scotch Plains Fanwood. So the Columbia softball team is also, Columbia girls softball team is also off to an excellent start. You know, whenever you see these teams doing very good, it's always exciting. You know, and as we continue, Columbia girls lacrosse team advances in Essex County Tournament. Oh, all these Columbia teams are doing excellent. Kira Dilly scored a second goal of the game with 32 seconds left in regulations to lift the 7-seeded Columbia High School girls varsity lacrosse team to a 7-6 win over number 10-seeded Montclair Kimberly Academy in the first round of the Essex County Tournament at Underhill Field on April the 19th. Taylor Webster had 2 goals, tying it 6-6 for Columbia High School, which also received 2 goals from Zoe Hines and 1 goal from Kate O'Connell. Columbia High School will visit second-seeded Montclair in the Essex County Tournament quarterfinals on April 26. Dilly and Hines each had 3 goals in the 11-10 loss to Pequannock on April the 21st at Underhill Field. Columbia High School moved to a 3-8 record. So there you have it, the latest sports that's going on in South Orange and Maplewood. And let's get back to a quick article that we talked about. We had talked about state testing, the article in the patch, where families are increasingly planned to opt out of state testing. There was an article in New Jersey Spotlight just on Monday, April 21st. It says state testing sees growing movement of families planning to opt out. And it appears that there are many families across New Jersey who are deciding that they don't want their kids to take these standardized tests. And as we know, the standardized tests could be very unfair. We have the NJACS and the HSPA, a statewide assessment that New Jersey gives to comply with a federal requirement under the No Child Left Behind, first established in 2002. Now, schools are required under the No Child Left Behind to show that 95% of their students have participated in the test. Still, the state's technical code for assessment provides for students opting out of the test, allowing them to be marked as having refused testing. In the state summary of 2013 asked, the option is listed among those having a test marked as void. Another option is to have students take an absence from school on the testing and make up days, with the state leaving it to the district to decide if they take it as an excuse or unexcused absence. Typically, fewer than 2,000 of the estimated 600,000 students taking state tests are absent from one session or another, but can be due to any number of reasons. And, I understand why this is becoming very prevalent as far as opting out of these tests, because I must tell you, if the SAT was an indication of me being able to go to college and be successful, I would not have had an opportunity to go to college. Because back in the days when I first came to this country, I must tell you, when I took the SAT for the first time, there were some of the words that I was seeing for the first time in my life. Coming from the Caribbean islands, we didn't know anything about the SAT. Absolutely zero. So when you have to come here and take the SAT, back then, it was very, very difficult. However, I graduated fourth in my class. But the SAT was just a different kettle of fish. It was different. Just totally different. So, I always believe that you really cannot judge students just on the SAT. Now, I know in order for you to go to an Ivy League school in this country, you have to score very high on the SAT or the ACT. I understand that. I understand that very well. But we know that the SAT test can be a very biased test. Plain talk, bad manners. Very biased. And there's going to become some point in time when we do not put as much weight on the SAT test in order that you can get into one of the outstanding colleges in the United States of America. Time check. The time is approximately 8:59 p.m. That time check was brought to you by Semper Alexander Computer Consultants, where they implement cost-effective solutions to fulfill your business need. Semper Alexander for all your computer needs. You can call them at 973-763-2011. That's 973-763-2011. When we come back,